are gathered here today because you want to reaffirm your love and your devotion for each other. Today in the state of Quintana Roo, you have decided to renew your vows. Many people believe that entering into marriage is the final step in a couple's relationship. As they see it, a couple meets, they get to know each other, they fall in love, and decide they want to spend their life together and get married. But marriage is not the final step in a couple's relationship. It is the beginning of a grand adventure that I am sure it will be long and fruitful for you both. When you first decided to join your hands and hearts in marriage 2 years ago, you didn't know what life was going to bring to you. But you went through. Today, that you are here standing, holding your hands, is because you know that you are meant to be together and because you are soulmates and partners. You didn't know and you don't know where life is going to take you. I'm sure life is going to bring you wonderful blessings, but many difficult challenges over the years. You hold the key to love each other within yourselves. So always remember that no matter what, as long as you are standing together, holding hands, you will go through everything. Here you are, wanting to renew those vows that you took a year ago. So are you ready to renew your vows? Brian, will you continue to have Maria as your wife and continue to live in this beautiful and loving marriage?
I do.
Do you reaffirm your love for her, and do you promise to love, honor, and cherish her in sickness and in health, for richer, for poorer, for better and for worse, and be faithful to her for as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Maria, will you continue to have Brian as your husband and continue to live in this beautiful and loving marriage?
I do.
Do you reaffirm your love for him, and do you promise to love, honor, and cherish him in sickness and in health, for richer, for poorer, for better and for worse, and be faithful to him for as long as you both shall live?
I do.
A year ago, when you exchanged vows, you promised to love, to honor, and to cherish one another. I'm sure that by the time you have been together, you have lived and honored those vows. Remember that those vows are going to give you the family, the life, and the marriage of your dreams. So right now that you're going to renew them, they are not new promises. It is a continuation of something wonderful, something beautiful that has grown since the day you met until today.
Okay, so who planned this wedding in the middle of my vacation? I've been waiting to see you at the end of this aisle for years. But I've been waiting for a love like this my entire life. You've shown me a new level of romance and companionship. Like my own human weighted blanket, you make me feel warm, calm, and secure. You make me feel loved in every way a girl wishes she could be loved. And you tolerate me more than anyone ever could, so I'll never let you go. I'm so lucky, so unbelievably lucky you're mine. The months leading up to this day were so stressful, but I'm so glad you pushed us to move forward with the wedding we were meant to have. You know my favorite thing to do is make memories with you. And I love that we get to share this experience, finally, with our family and friends. Thank you for pushing us to have this special day, because now I get to tell everyone how much I love you and how much I'm going to love you for the rest of our days. I promise to love you when life is really fun and when it's really hard work. I promise to love you when you need my support and when I need yours. I promise to love you whether we're in a villa in Santorini or planted on our couch at home. We've done a lot of that lately. When we first got married at the beginning of the pandemic, we became partners in chaos. What a way to start a marriage. But what a strong foundation we've built for our love. I've learned that life can be so sweet even when the world is turned upside down, when you're married to the right person. And you are so right for me. And today, I promise to love you now and always, just as you are.
Hi. I never thought I'd be standing at an altar with you for round 2, but our life together continues to surprise me in the best ways. You learn a great deal about someone when they become your roommate, co-worker, lover, and best friend. I realized how determined you are, how deeply you love, and how loud you snore. You've given me my happiest days, some craziest times, especially in Vegas, and the single most terrible thing I've ever eaten in my entire life. I wouldn't change one step of our journey together because it's our story and we get to write a new page every day. I love all of you. I love the stubborn you. I love the devoted you. I love the sleepy farty you. And I can't wait to continue doing life together for the end of our days.
Today, when you renew those vows, you will be renewing your commitment to love one another. Keep wearing them as a reminder of your love and the permanence of your life together.
With this ring,
I renew my pledge of love and commitment.
I renew my pledge of love and commitment.
With this ring, I renew my pledge of love and commitment.
Brian and Maria, always remember that there's no need to fight, but there's always need to talk. May you continue to live your journey together as happy as you are, and remember that no matter what life brings you, the two of you can work it out together. Also remember that happiness in marriage is something that the two of you will constantly be working on. The little things are the big things. It is remembering to say, I love you, every single day. It is at no time taking the other for granted. The courtship should not end with the honeymoon. It should continue through all the years. It is having a mutual sense of values and common objectives. And it is standing together facing the world, forming a circle of love that gathers all of your family and your good friends too. It is speaking words of appreciation and demonstrating gratitude in thoughtful ways. It is not looking for perfection in each other, but having flexibility, patience, understanding, and a sense of humor. It is having the capacity to forgive and forget, and finding room for the things of the Spirit. It is a common search for the good and the beautiful, and establishing a relationship in which the independence is equal, dependence is mutual, and the obligation is reciprocal. It is not only marrying the right partner, it is you being the right partner. So, as you have pledged to meet sorrow and happiness one more time before your family and friends, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Brian, you may kiss your bride. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. and Mrs. Wittrick, congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please stand and welcome with a nice round of applause our groomsmen. Put your hands together. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our bridesmaids. Woo!
Night, and I feel alright. The party's here on the west side, so I reach for my 40 and I turn it up. Designated driver, take the keys to my truck. Hit the shop cause I'm faded. Honey's in the streets, say money, yo, we made it. It feels so good.
To welcome Mr. and Mrs. Wittrick. Give it up!
You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. You'd be like heaven to touch. I wanna hold you so much. At long last, love has arrived, and I thank God I'm alive. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. Pardon the way that I stare. There's nothing else to compare. The sight of you leaves me weak. There are no words left to speak. But if you feel like I feel, please let me know that it's real. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you.
Hello, everybody, and thank you all for being here. I know that it's been a rough couple of years in this Pen Dulce. I'm Maria's little sister. My name is Roxanne, and I want to first say congratulations for having the wedding of their dreams finally to Maria and Brian. Finally got to say to the bride and groom, which has been an ongoing inside joke between me and my siblings for the past 4 years. So although I could go on all day about all the things I love about my sister, which she would totally love, for brevity's sake, I'm going to keep it to 3 things that I love about her that I want to highlight tonight in honor of her wedding day. The first being one of the things I love about my sister is her strength. Second being the fact that she is a tactical visionary. And the third is her love for making and sharing beautiful memories. So let's talk about her strength, all right? As coming from a first-generation Filipino American, being the oldest, that shit is not for the weak. I've known my sister for a long time. I like literally fresh out the womb, I shit you not, when, and I only know this because I have a home video I'm the youngest of the 4. My sister's the oldest. So by the 4th child, my mom was like, I got this, we'll do it at home. My dad was recording the whole thing. My sister was carrying around my brother, Ronnie. So just imagine the literal strength of a 4-year-old carrying around a 1-year-old baby, his feet dragging across, what was it, a bedroom? Yeah, it was just, so her strength was on display since I got out the womb. You feel me? But you know, as she got older, her strength had evolved. I saw her travel abroad to Spain. She studied in Spain as an independent woman. That to me takes a lot of bravery and strength. She traveled across the country to Florida for work, traveled to San Francisco by herself. I think witnessing her strength as an independent woman is always something that I've always admired about her. So my speech is not done, but let's drink to her strength. To strength. So the next thing I would like to highlight is the fact that Maria is a tactical visionary. And let's just be honest, tactical visionary is just a euphemism for how type A she is. From her punctuality to her organization and her planning. For Maria, being early is being on time. And as a go with the flow, see how I feel that day kind of gal, that trait has actually been the hardest for me to follow. But I would definitely say that the blessings outweigh the stressings. And I definitely think Brian could agree. He doesn't have to think about what he's going to wear. Which that frees up a lot of headspace and decision-making energy. So I definitely think that, you know, her vision for things. I mean, look at this wedding. I didn't have to think about a single thing. I just had to check my calendar and show up, which is just, that's nice. And it's not a burden on her. She actually enjoys that kind of stuff. So I think the fact that her vision has also allowed to make room to create beautiful memories. And that's another thing that I really love about my sister is her love for sharing and making beautiful memories. I don't know if y'all seen her TikTok or her Instagram, but that shit's lit. And as much resistance as I have to hours of taking photos or the million takes we have to get this freaking TikTok that's only going to be 8 seconds right, I'm just so grateful for them because, I don't know, when I'm 80 years old and have dementia, I'll have beautiful, fun memories to look back on. So, you know, let's cheers to making beautiful memories, eh? Oh, but I ain't done. Don't start the music yet. So about making, I know. Brian, I am so thankful that now with these beautiful memories that my sister can so tactfully put together for us, that we have you to share them with. You have been an amazing addition to our family. You are the token white guy. And I truly appreciate you being a great sport about all the jokes I make about white people. White people. It's just too easy. It's just too easy, you know what I mean? I would say like a memory that I have of being able to enjoy the proximity to your privilege is Thanksgiving. I think our family, we all had smoked or had an edible or something, and I was just so paranoid. And we were on our way to a comedy show. I think Maria had stayed in that night. Do you remember that? And then me and my brothers were all so scared. And we're like, Brian, like we literally shield around Brian. Was like, Brian, can you just lead us? Because we don't know how to act right now. So it was just, I truly appreciate you having that protector energy. And I'm just so grateful. And you are one of the kindest, most cultured and fun person I've ever met. You know, we have a shared love for Japan and anime, and I just love that you so seamlessly fit into our family. So I really am grateful that with Maria's, the things I love about Maria is that I can share these memories that she so strategically puts together for all of us to enjoy. I really appreciate that you chill her type A-ness. Pause. And although Maria is such a strong woman and can hold her own, I appreciate that your support allows her to be soft. I love the both of you so much, and I'm just so happy to finally have this celebration of y'all's love. And I'm so glad to officially call you my Kuya Brian in front of everyone. So cheers to the bride and groom. To the bride and groom.
All right, here we go. So I think I've met most of it. I'm Brian's older brother. It's just the two of us. You know, we're country boys. So we grew up in one red light town in East Tennessee. And I really want to go out of my way to thank everybody for coming. I did read the card in the bag. I think we definitely have Vegas represented. We got California represented. I think we got 7 states in total. And that's a big deal. So I really want to appreciate and show my respect to everyone for coming out here and sharing this day with my brother and my sister-in-law. So thank you. Also want to really say thank you to Maria, who planned the whole thing, and to my brother for doing exactly what he was told, or at least as far as I can tell that he did. So good on you, buddy. You know, sometimes you just gotta know what to do. And if I'm being frank, it's really the best second wedding to the first wife in a 2-year time span that I personally have ever been to. And I really think that you've figured this out. You've got something going here. I mean, renewing your vows on a rolling 2-year basis. This is gonna be a strong fucking marriage. I mean, anything that you all face, I think you can handle it. I mean, I don't know what 2024 is gonna bring, but I mean, and it's gonna be hard to top this. But if anybody can do it, it's you two, right? So you know, we'll see. I'm looking forward to 2024. Typically, it's something like this, you know, we love to give unsolicited advice in the Wietrich family, and so usually I give some marriage advice, but they've been married for 2 years, right? So instead, I'm going to try to give a little perspective on their marriage, kind of, you know, where they've been and where hopefully that they can go. So bear with me here. I'll try to keep this, you know, to the point. But, you know, and I thought a lot about this. I think the first thing you really need is love, right? You got to have love in a marriage. A marriage without love, I mean, you got the sex, and then you probably have a lot of money, and then there's the free time, and there's some tax benefits, and you know, the more you talk about it, the more you talk yourself into it, but you got to have the love. And clearly these two have it. If you follow them on Instagram, you can see that you know, they do all kinds of crazy fun shit together. There's a lot of stuff in their life that starts with F that they're really into, you know. Friends, food, family, fun, and some more things that I won't go into for the sake of the audience that start with F, right? But really, when I think about kind of that love, it's not just love for each other. It's that shared love that you have of things that you love together, right? And I think the ultimate example in the first 2 years of your marriage that I've seen is that, you know, when God gives you COVID lemons, you make fucking lemonade, and you go to Taco Bell to do it, right? So they go to Vegas in the middle of a pandemic, and they fucking get married just, you know, on a whim, and that was just a blast. If you really know Brian and Maria, and you think of the Venn diagram of all of the things that they love, like a wedding at Taco Bell in Vegas in the pandemic because they couldn't have this amazing thing that we're living right now. It's just really the illustration of of just how much they love each other, and then how much they share love of life and those things. So to that, and I hope everybody does take a chance to look at their vows. I pulled this, Brian, Maria. I think that was an amazing illustration of your love, and I hope that your love continues to reign contract supreme. So, The other big thing you need in a marriage is friendship, right? So my wife and I, Caroline, we've been married for, we're in year 10. Feels like a lifetime, but year 10. And, and you know, year 10 feels a little different than year 2. It's not that year 10 isn't any less spectacular than year 2, but it's different, you know? It's really where that friendship element of the relationship becomes paramount, right? And so the friendship, it's really key. And I one of the things you'll see with Brian and Maria that, you know, if you follow them on Insta or you hang out with them, you know, they really are best buds. They're, you know, they're traveling. They're, you know, the Halloween costumes are amazing. They go on these jet ski dolphin adventures in the Pacific and have near incidents on the jet ski that Brian's going to tell everybody about at the dance. That's hilarious. You know, they just do all kinds of cool shit together. And they really are best buds. So I'm really thrilled that we've been able to see that. One of the other really important gifts is time apart. You know, you gift that to your significant other to say, hey, you know, we got to have some time apart. And Maria, you know, when she has her time apart, she gets shit done, you know. She's going to the gym, she's dancing, you know, she's hanging out with her friends, she's shopping, she's making herself better. She does the same thing to Brian, you know, she gifts him this time. And you know, Brian spends it a little differently. It's usually sleeping in and maybe some video games and eating God knows what. But, you know, hey, to each their own, you know. But... you know, to that, I really want to say that, you know, I think that, you know, you guys, I really appreciate that friendship you have, and I hope that that continues to grow like TikTok and Amazon stock price, because I think that's going to serve you well in both cases. So there we go. And then I think one of the most important things, and this is the one I'll end with, is family. You know, they say that when you marry somebody, you marry the family, right? And I can attest to that on my side. It's pretty true. You know, there's I'll spare you the details, but you know, you really get thrown into it. And I'll start off with Maria's family. I really do want to go out of my way to say thank you. You have welcomed my brother with open arms. And if you think about it, he's a country boy who somehow wandered out of the Appalachians, migrated out west with nothing but a banjo and a shotgun, found your sister daughter on a dating app and successfully courted her. And you get you know, there's cultural differences, and I understand this. I mean, I'm saying like those are real, but you guys have welcomed him and loved him. And that's a really big deal to our family. So I really just want to go out of my way to say thank you. Also want to say thank you to the California friends. I mean, one of the big deal, and same thing with Maria too. They both migrated there, and to see the fact that you all were able to create an environment in a family that they're part of over there, people who they can, you know, drink with and have fun with and cry with and everything else. It really means a lot to me, and that you've shown up here to express your appreciation to them at this event. Really, thank you. Last thing I'll say is from the Wietrich family. So Maria, we are thrilled to have you as part of the family. We were thrilled that you're part of an elite club that will forever pronounce or tell people how to pronounce your last name as we trick you with our name. And you get those sideways looks on the Zoom calls where it's like, Maria Wietrich, that's clearly a German last name. And then I see someone of Asian descent. It's like, what's going on here? So I'm sorry, you know, but Caroline's subject to the same thing, but you know, that is it is something you've got to deal with us. So we appreciate you bearing that. And I do want to say, on behalf of our entire family, my parents who couldn't be here and everyone else, we are just thrilled to have you as part of our family. So with that, I would encourage everybody to raise their glasses. From our family to your family, we love you, we're thrilled to have you, and we hope that your next 2 years are even better than the first 2. Cheers!
Rollie on my wrist, diamonds up and down my chain. Cardi B straight stunning, can't tell me nothing. Bossed up and I changed the game. It's my big bronze boogie got all them girls shook. My big fat ass got all them boys cooked. Went from dollar bills, now we popping rubber bands. Bruno sang to me while I do my money dance like, hey. Flexing on the gram like, hey. Hit that Lil Jon, okay. Oh yeah, we dripping and finesse and getting paid.
Ooh, don't we look good together? There's a reason why they watch all night long. Yeah, I know we'll turn heads forever. So tonight